Hi friends, welcome to our channel. In the previous session we had discussed classes and objects. Now in this session we will move to constructor. Constructor is a special type of method. Constructor is a special type of method which is used to initialize the instance members of a class. Constructor is a special type of method which is used to initialize the instant attributes and instance variables present in a class. Whenever an object is created, a constructor is called automatically. Whenever we are creating an object, a constructor is called automatically. Now in Java, for the constructor, the name of the constructor is same as the name of the class. The class name and constructor name both are same. But in Python, this is completely a different situation. Python, the class name and constructor name is not same. Constructor name is fixed. We are using init of method. We are using init of method for creation of constructor. Whatever the class name, the name of the method init preceding and exceeding with 2 underscores. This is used for creation of constructors. And within the arguments, these are the list of arguments. Here the compulsory argument is self. We know what is a self. Self is a reference variable. It refers to the current object. That is for which object we are creating. For that object, this constructor is called. We are creating an object. For that object, this constructor is called, followed by any number of arguments. Depending on the object definition, followed by any number of the arguments. This is the creation of constructor. So simple point. Constructor is used to initialize the instance variables of a class. The syntax for creation of constructor is by using init method. It can contains any number of arguments, but the first 2 argument must be self keyword. The self keyword is the first argument. Now consider an example how to create a constructor and initialize the variables. How to create a constructor and initialize the variables. Suppose class we already discussed the example. Consider the same example. Class employee. In this I am creating a constructor def, that is a function init of self comma, suppose pass 2 variables id name, pass 2 variables id comma name. By using this constructor, what you said, by using constructor we are initializing the instance variables. These are the instance variables. So self.id is equal to id, self.name is equal to name. I am initializing the instance variable by using the constructor. Default, the constructor name is always init. The constructor name is always init. Suppose call the function def display of self. Def display of self, print self.id comma self.name. I am displaying the 2 arguments. Now create an object. Suppose object e1 is equal to, how to create an object? E1 is equal to employee of. Suppose pass 2 values. Employee of, pass 2 values. Suppose 1 comma abc. I am creating one more object. E2 is equal to employee of 2 comma xyz. Suppose if you are calling e1 dot display, e2 dot display. See this one. What happens whenever we are creating an object? Whenever we are creating an object with these parameters, if you have an arguments in this one, compulsory you have to define a constructor in the class. If the class contains in the time of object creation, if you are passing any arguments in the function definition, that is in the class, compulsory we need to create a constructor with these many number of arguments. So we have two arguments. Compulsory you have to place two arguments. Simply ignore self. Other than self we have two arguments. So E1 dot display, what happens whenever we are creating this statement, executing this statement, 1 is copied into id, abc is copied into name. That is the initialization of instance variables. Whenever we are creating an object, the constructor is called automatically. After creation of an object, the constructor is called automatically and assign the values to this instance variables. Suppose E1 dot display, it calls the function displays 1 and abc, and for E2 dot display, it calls 2 and xyz. This is the creation of constructor. Now I will show you. We have two types of constructors. Parameterized constructor and non-parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor and non-parameterized constructor. What is the difference between them? Parameterized constructor means if you have any number of arguments, more than one, other than self, you have at least one argument, that is called parameterized constructor. If you have no argument, that is called non-parameterized constructor. That is called non-parameterized constructor. Okay. For example, see the same example for parameterized constructor. The same example for parameterized constructor. Class employee self id name. Self dot id, self dot name is equal to name. Define of display of self. Simply self dot id, self dot name. This is the complete example for parameterized constructor. A complete example of parameterized constructor. Suppose if you want to implement a non-parameterized constructor, this example is invalid. So what happens? Suppose I will define an example of non-parameterized constructor. That means diff init of, only the keyword is self. Okay, no parameter other than self is the compulsory keyword. Other than self there is no parameter for non-parameterized constructor. I am displaying some message. Suppose print inside. So just some message defining display of self comma, I am passing a variable name print of, simply I am printing the name. Observe this one. Here I am not using self.name. Why I am not using self.name? In the previous example, I am in the print statement. I am writing self.id and self.display. But here I am not using self.name. Why? But in the previous one I am using the constructor and the variables are initialized by using this constructor. I will show. So display of self comma name, print of name. So next one is simple. S is equal to, the class is employee. S is equal to employee. S dot display of xyz. See this one. Here I am passing the name through the function. Not through the constructor. Here the constructor is a default constructor. I am passing a variable to the display. Here the variable is inside the function. The name belongs to display. So there is no need to call self.name. You observe? If the variable is inside the class variable, you have to use self.dot. If the variable is not present inside, there is no need to call this one. This is a non-parameterized constructor. This is non-parameterized constructor. Okay. Suppose I will show the same example for parameterized construction. How to modify? Self, comma, name. Here I am passing name to this one. In this I have to initialize self dot name is equal to name. Okay. In this there is a no. So here we have to write as self dot name. You observe the difference. So now XYZ. If you want to access the members, class members, you have to write this one. Suppose in the previous case the name is inside the display, that is inside the display, there is no need to use the self dot name. This is an example of parameterized constructor, and the first example is also a parameterized constructor. And we have one more constructor, that is default constructor. One more thing is default constructor. That means we are not specifying any constructor. If you are not writing any constructor inside the class, the default constructor is called automatically. Whenever we are creating an object, the default constructor is called automatically. Okay. Now we have any number of constructors for a single program. It allows any number of constructors. Suppose class employee define init of self. Suppose print statement, I am writing a single print statement first. Define init of self. Print of second. Suppose if you are writing in this fashion, remember, if you are writing this fashion, this is not executed. Always the last constructor is executed. So what is the output? Output is second. Suppose it has two arguments, it has a single argument, that is not allowed. Constructor overloading is not allowed in Python. Remember, constructor overloading is not allowed in Python. If you are writing any number of constructors, always the last constructor is executed. So what is the output? The output is second. The output is second. Okay. And one more point is, whenever we are creating an object, a constructor is called automatically. Whenever an object is created, constructor is called automatically. Suppose check with an example. We already discussed the same example in the classes. Suppose class employee, the name of the class, whatever it is your wish. Class, name of the class. Suppose use a variable count is equal to 0. Define init of self. Define init of self employee dot count. So if you want to access the class variable inside a class, how we are accessing? By using the class name dot count. Here I am declaring E1 is equal to employee of, E2 is equal to employee of. Suppose print employee dot count. What is the answer? Observe this one. Whenever we are executing this statement, the constructor is called automatically. Whenever it is called, it increments the count value by 1. Now execute this statement. Whenever we are executing this statement, the constructor is called automatically and count value is incremented by 2. So to print the statement employee.count, the count value is printed. This is the concept of constructors in Python. Thank you.